Hey guys, so for social studies today, you need to get your social studies magazine that says North America at the front and turn to page 14. I think it's 14. Let me just double check real quick. Yes, so 14 you're going to turn to. Pause the video while you are gathering your materials and play once you are ready. Okay, so we're on the second day of weather, and today we're talking about what grows there. So we're going to watch a video about winter because yesterday we watched one about fall, and so today we're going to watch a video about the season winter.
What's wrong, Moby? You're not gonna stay inside all winter, are you? What is winter weather like? Winter is the coldest season where we live, and we get a lot of snow. Water inside clouds can turn into frozen ice crystals. The ice crystals can join together and become snowflakes as they fall to the ground. We also get other types of precipitation in the winter. Precipitation is any kind of water that falls from the sky. Rain and snow are made of water, and they're both kinds of precipitation. Sleet happens when snowflakes melt and freeze again as they fall to the ground. Sleet looks like little ice pellets. During a blizzard, a lot of snow falls, and it can get really windy. Winter is different everywhere. In Florida, it almost never snows. Florida's winter can be pretty dry, with less precipitation than other seasons. But in California, winter can be pretty rainy and wet. How do people adapt to the winter? It snows where we live, so we wear layers of clothing to stay warm. We wear hats, coats, scarves, mittens, and boots. People insulate and heat their homes to stay warm inside. In the winter, the days are shorter and there are fewer hours of sunlight, but there's still enough time to play. People can sled, ice skate, ski, or snowboard. How do plants and animals survive the winter? No, Moby, it's not dead. Frost is frozen water that forms over things. It helps trap heat underground and keeps plant seeds and roots safe from the cold. In the winter, many trees lose their leaves, but their roots stay safe and warm underground. Pine trees keep their needles during the winter, but they don't grow to save energy. In the winter, a lot of adult plants die, and food can be hard to find for animals. Some animals hibernate through the winter, and their bodies slow down to save energy. Other animals grow thick fur or thick layers of fat to stay warm. Some animals migrate south to warmer places with more food. When is winter? It takes a year for Earth to orbit or go around the sun. Earth is tilted at an angle. During the summer, our part of Earth is tilted toward the sun. During the winter, our part of Earth is tilted away from the sun. The Arctic Circle is tilted pretty far from the sun during the winter. There's not much sunlight, and some parts of Alaska can be dark for weeks. The equator is an imaginary line around the middle of the Earth. The countries near the equator don't tilt toward or away from the sun much, so they're warm all year long. Right, Moby. The equator divides Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun, the southern hemisphere is tilted toward the sun. That means when it's winter in the northern hemisphere, it's summer in the southern hemisphere. Winter is my favorite season, but I think I'm ready for spring now. Moby, I don't think that snowman's gonna last.
Okay. So that was about winter. All right, so on page 14, you will find these words. So if you want to read along with me, then please do. And be sure you're listening and think about these questions. What does the country near your home look like? Do you see lots of trees? Or are there mostly grassy fields? Or is the land rocky with just a cactus or two? Well, I can tell you that if I look outside my window, I'm not going to see a cactus. I do see lots of trees, and I also see lots of grassy fields. So if you look out your window, you may see some trees and some grass. Plants grow in the region where you get the rain and warmth they need to grow. Let me read that again. Plants go in the region where they get the rain and warmth they need to grow. Different regions have different kinds of plants. 3 main plant regions in North America are forests, grasslands, and desert. So those are the 3 main plant regions in North America, which is where we live. We looked at a map of it yesterday, and we looked at a map of it this morning during reading. So what plant region do you live in? Take a look at the map below. It shows where to find each plant region in North America. So, looking at this map, here is a map of North America. We have Canada, United States, and Mexico. This right here tells me what type of plant region are in these areas. I see lots of green, so there's lots of forest plant regions. We have grassland, which is the yellow region, and then desert, which is the orange region. On your map in your magazine, circle where we live. So we live right here. And where I circled is forest. So let's read about the forest. So forest is an area that is covered with trees. North America has many types of forests. Tropical rainforests get lots of rain. Other forests have trees that change color in the fall. That's the type of forest we live in. Still others are made of evergreen trees. Okay, now let's read about the desert. Most places that get less than 15 inches of rain a year are deserts. Some deserts are hot. Farther north, deserts are cool. So where you see this white area, that is a desert, and it is cool there. It's very cold. And then we have a grassland. A grassland, you guessed it, is an area that is covered with grass. In North America, grasslands are also called prairies or plains. So even though we have grass where we live too, we also have trees. So a grassland is an area that does not have a lot of trees, just has land. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to log into Class Dojo and complete this worksheet on Class Dojo. So here's your word bank. You're going to use these words up here to fill in the blank where it goes. So number 1 says a blank gets less than 15 inches of rain each year. Number 2 says a blank is covered with trees. Some also get lots of rain. And then number 3 says a blank is an area covered with grass. So get this done and I will see you all tomorrow.